Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Landry's Dolphins going up against Watkins' Bills. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Ralph Wilson Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
Getting ready is the kicker, Andrew Franks. And off we go from Ralph Wilson Stadium. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. It's Tyrod Taylor.
There's so many attributes to Tyrod Taylor's game that we like. The mobility, a good, accurate arm, really has a good presence on the field. But one of the things that we really need to focus in on, his grit, his tenacity. He wasn't supposed to be the starter for the Buffalo Bills. He went out and earned that job with a stellar preseason.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Let's go. What?
On second down, here's Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's brought down after a good gain. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Taylor. And this this is going to be incomplete. Chris Gregg, his tight end, was the intended target, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. On 1st down, Tannehill, and his first look is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So while we have a moment here, Charles, intriguing matchups of Week 3 in the preseason. I know that you saw the Tennessee game. You thought that was pretty interesting.
It was, because Oakland's one of those teams we've talked about the entire offseason is making a playoff push. And having Derek Carr at quarterback gives them a leg up, going to Amari Cooper and the rest of the crew. And they didn't look bad on offense, but they didn't look as good overall as a team as maybe we expected. Conversely, Tennessee, who went to Oakland and beat them, not many people have hopes for the Tennessee Titans this year. But guess what? They look pretty darn good, and Marcus Mariota's made great strides in year 2.
Now Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To the air again, Tannehill. It's complete. Stills. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. 8 yards there and a 1st down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again is Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Tannehill throwing again, and it's caught by Parker. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. Again, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Tannehill on 1st down. Shakes off the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. Both the Bills and the Dolphins are having some trouble moving the ball through the air. The yardage totals are low, and that's helped play into what was a low-scoring first half. All right, let's roll those highlights. Midway through the first quarter, Taylor is on point with the throw, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. Dolphins with the ball early in the second. Tannehill's got a completion middle of the field, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 12. Dolphins still on the field. Tannehill's got the connection across the middle, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 37-yard line. Sticking with the same drive, big Kyle Williams getting to the QB for the sack. This will go as a loss of 5. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Orchard Park for the second half.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Just a lone field goal in that first half. Will the offenses show up? That's now the question. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A beautiful fake. And he's brought down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to loop. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And they'll go on the ground. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Matt Darr now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And back onto the field, here comes the Dolphins defense. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense, add some pressure packages, because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold them.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of pressure. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Hankerson. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. He's back to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. He's got time. Throwing right, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing now is Taylor. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Taylor to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.